লিংকটা শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছি।
Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, Deputy Registrar, sir, all deans of the university, faculty members, dignitaries present out here, and my dear students. Today we stand here on the day 4 of Student Induction Program on a bright and sunny morning here at JIS University. Today is a very important day for you all because you are going to learn about the exam system today, right in the beginning of this session. You have to know the rules and regulations which we follow here at JIS when you are going to give the exams, when you are going for your results, which websites to check, where will you find the provisional certificates, and so many other formalities are there from the exam section. I would like to introduce Dr. Shantanu Banerjee, sir, Controller of Examination Section. Sir, if you could kindly come up on stage, sir, for... Thank you.
Ball. शनिवार ऑनलाइन প্রতি শনিবার বলেন ইলেকশন কমিশন শনিবার ক্লাস থাকতে পারে না থাকতে পারে রুটিন করে জানাই।
I'm audible to everyone? Oh, okay. You can see this word over here, exams. Tell me honestly, right at the beginning, now see, this is the 4th day that you are having this students induction program, and I hope the past 3 days you have learned a lot about the new chapter of your life, that the rules and regulations and what are you going to face over here. But this word, how many of you love this word? Tell me honestly. Exams. Keeping quiet means I will accept that everyone loves this word examination. How many of you? Just raise your hand. How many of you love this word examination? No one. That's quite obvious because you see this exams, what the exams bring? Exams bring depression. It makes us upset, like you're watching a beautiful movie in a AC room and suddenly everything goes off, load shedding, and you're sweating, whatnot is happening with you, your heart is beating. Why? Exams are here. Now see, this examination thing is you'll find in every education system. This has so many disadvantages according to the students. It creates frustration, it creates ego problem between friends. I am getting less, he's getting more. But why this examination system is existing still now in each and every academic institution? You know, I've come across this thing, say no to examination. This was surfacing in the internet for a quite long amount of time. And I find this picture very interesting. You see, this picture has a saying, say no to examination, and there are quite empty chairs over here. Now, what does this mean? Empty chairs mean. See, you have come to earn a degree in an educational institution. And after 3 years or 4 years, whatever may be your curriculum, you will be the products ready for the job market. Now, until and unless you get certified, your job market will look like this, empty. So this is the true meaning of an educational life without examination. It's just like, then you might argue that, okay, we come here to learn things. Whatever we have learned, whatever knowledge we have gathered, that is enough for us. And why then create this kind of war or battle examination? Just take an example. You have gone to a grocery shop to buy, suppose 1 kg of rice. And to the shopkeeper, you are telling that, give me 1 kg of rice. And what does the shopkeeper do? The shopkeeper just takes a handful of rice without measurement, gives it to you and telling you that it is 1 kg of rice. Will you accept it? Definitely not. Why? Because the words of the shopkeeper is not being tested. He didn't weigh the rice before you, in front of you. So if you tell to a company that I have learned this amount of thing in this program, this is my syllabus, I have learned everything. What is the testing? Why will the company believe you? Are not believing the shopkeeper. So why will the company believe you? Why will the world believe you that you have learned this amount of things? Your believing is being justified by your report card. So examination system is one of the greatest pillars, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, one of the greatest pillars of university that will certify you, that will give you recognition. Why exams? See, I have just listed out a bit of things. Exams compel us to learn because it's quite true. If there wouldn't, see, in the past 2 years you have failed. If there wouldn't have been examination, no one would have taken the pressure to learn anything. No exams, life is going smoothly, it will go on like that. So it compels us to learn the thing. Exams give us certifications to the qualification. So that's a quite amount of things, because whatever you are learning over here, ultimately you are learning for that paper, piece of degree. So that will be given only if you give examination. It tests our capability to achieve something, because see, for our own self also, unless you give the examination, you are not aware, you will not be aware that how much you have learned. And lastly, it gives an idea about our knowledge, that how much knowledge we have earned. So that's the idea that is being given by examination. So this is a preliminary thing I just thought of sharing with you before starting the formal presentation about our university system. So let us begin to the presentation, that is our university examination system. Okay. Now myself, Dr. Shantanu Banerjee, Assistant Controller. You will not see me very frequently, but during examinations you might see me. So let us start with the academic sessions that we have. Now you have joined our university. This is the odd semester, your first semester students, first semester or first year, depending upon the program. So this is called the autumn session. Autumn session basically runs from about July, August, it starts. Now it's September, it's a bit late, one month late. It starts and goes till December, January. Okay, this is called autumn session. Now all the odd semesters in the next year, this time you will be in third semester. After that year, you will be in fifth semester. So all the odd semesters are termed as autumn session. Then you will go to the spring session, because see, after December, January, you will give the examination of your first semester, then you will move on to the next semester, that is second semester. That will be termed as spring session. That is from possibly about January to June. January to June, that is called spring session. And from July to the rest part, the December or January, that is called the autumn session. So these are the two sessions that you are going to have, that you are going to face every year. And there is another thing, SSE, that's for special supplementary examination. That is not about you, but I thought of mentioning it over here because this is exclusively for the final year students. Just a thing I'm telling about it. Why this SSE is introduced? Because see, there will be backlogs. There will be students who will fail in one or two subjects, but without clearing those subjects, he or she will not get the final degree. So for the final year students, if he or she has any backlogs in the previous semester, we give a special opportunity that is in between the spring session and the autumn session. We fix a month where the final year student can give a special examination for clearing all the backlogs, so that for him or her, the entire year after passing out is not lost. Now, what is our examination scheme? So this is something which you must know. See, your final entire examination will be comprised of 100 marks generally, because there are some programs over here running like pharmacy, agriculture, education, which is being governed by their own council. But more or less, our university also has some special rules and regulations. More or less, they are connected to each other. Same. So our examination scheme is mainly based upon two phases: internal examination and end semester examination. Now, your entire report card will not be based upon the end semester or the final examination. No, it's not that. You will be judged upon internal evaluation also, plus the end semester examination. The end for you, especially you're the first semester students, you will be having end semester in probably January. Now, it's not that on January you will be having the examination, that will be the entire thing which you will have to face. No, not that. Before January, you will be having some series of tests, midterm examination, internal examinations, assignments, quizzes, projects, something like that, and comprised of all the internal things that will be called internal examination. Okay, so based upon that internal examination and the final end semester examination, you will be marked in your report card. So what is the weightage of these two? The evaluation scheme. See, the total is 100 marks. And I told you this 100 marks is divided between ESE means end semester examination and IEE means internal examination. So the internal examination is based upon 50 marks, and the end semester examination that you will be having in January is based upon 50 marks. So 50 plus 50, that is 100. Now, I hope everyone understood the scheme. 50 internal, 50 end semester, total 100. You will be judged upon this total 100 marks. But look at the red mark digits. What are those? Can you guess, anyone? Pass marks. But that has a trick. See, total is 100 and the pass mark is 40. Even if a student gets pass mark 40 upon 100, he or she may fail in the end semester examination. How come that? See, the end semester examination is upon 50, internal examination is upon 50. So the pass marks individually for them is 20 and 20. So in our university, to value the equal weightages among the internal and end semester examination, we have a scheme such that you will have to pass in both the end semester and internal examination. That means you will have to secure minimum 20 marks each for the end semester and internal examination. Then only you will get pass marks for that total 100. So if a student gets, suppose, 50 out of 15 end semester and 10 out of 15 internal, that means the total is what? 50 plus 10, 60. That is pass marks. More than 40, but still he or she will fail. Why? Because in the internal, the pass mark is not achieved. So you will have to achieve pass marks in both the internal and external examination. Then only you will get the pass marks. Generally, this internal examination is divided, is the autonomy is upon the department, but still there is some uniformity. Generally, the department conducts a mid-semester examination and some assignments are given. So the mid-semester examination is of 30 marks and the assignments, quizzes are of 20 marks. So combining this 30 and 20, you will be having the internal examination. There is no certainly pointed pass marks in this 30 and 20, but definitely for the total internal examination, 20 is a pass mark and 20 is a pass mark. I hope everyone understood this thing. Because a lot of students, after getting more than 40, they are having that F grade and they are coming and telling why did I fail? Because that's the rule. You will have to pass in both the external and internal examination. Okay. Now, taking admission over here, you are not guaranteed that you will be allowed to sit for the end semester examination. No, that's not the guarantee. You will have to earn your ticket to the end semester examination. And what is the process to earn that ticket? It's quite simple. These are the rules for achieving the ticket to end semester exams. Firstly, you will have to secure at least 75% attendance. Now, the 75% will vary depending upon programs, because I told you there are certain programs like pharmacy, education, agriculture, which have been governed by their own council. But more or less, it is still from 75 to 80% that you will have to achieve as the class attendance. If you don't achieve, then you will not be allowed to sit for the examination. So that's our rule. Secondly, there should be no disciplinary cases against you. If you face any disciplinary charge against you, then you might not be allowed to sit for the end semester examination, even if you secure 75% attendance. The first two are very important. Next, payment of end semester examination fee. We have a certain, I will give you the chart. We have a certain list of examination related fees. Now, there's a certain amount of fee that you need to pay before the end semester examination. So that is mandatory, and the clearance of semester fees. So before sitting for the semester examination, you will have to clear the semester fees. So these are the four rules. Basically, 75% attendance, having no disciplinary cases against you, payment of examination fees, and the clearance of semester fees that you need to achieve before applying or sitting for the end semester examination. Now, this is the form fill-up timeline. Now, normally we have an online form fill-up, okay, but let us assume that from the next semester onwards, we might have offline form fill-up or even online form fill-up maybe. So I'm not talking much deep about into it. So just take this notification. Just suppose from the examination department a notification is being given to you that you have to fill the end semester examination form. Now, what to do next? What are the process? What is the timeline of that? Suppose today the examination department notified you that you will have to fill the end semester examination form, be it online or offline. That will be notified later on. So firstly, you will have to get a clearance from the HOD. What is the clearance? I told you that is 75% attendance and no disciplinary cases. So that clearance you will have to get from your department. Firstly, if you cannot clear that step, then one, no need of going to the next step. Okay, sit back and relax. But if you clear that step, that means if you achieve 75% attendance and no disciplinary cases, then you have to get a clearance from the account section regarding all the end semester fees and examination fees you have paid or not. Once you get the clearance from both the department and the account section, then you will have to submit the end semester form to the office of the controller of examination. If it is offline, if it is online, automatically it will be submitted. Okay, you will get the option to submit. So once your form is being reached to us, so what is the next step? Next step is that we'll scrutinize those forms and will generate your admit card. Now, admit card is the hall ticket. That is a clearance that you will be allowed to sit for the examination. And I remind you that in each and every day of your exam, you will have to bring that admit card. It's not that once your admit card is generated, okay, keep it at home. Every day I'm coming like a king or queen to give the examination, or not like that. You will have to bring the admit card every day to sit for the exam, because that will be verified by your invigilator. If the invigilator finds that you cannot produce the admit card, then you will not be allowed to sit for the examination. You will be sent out of the examination hall. Okay. And once you get the admit card, then you are clear to sit for the end semester examination. I hope everyone understood the process. This is the timeline. Okay. Now, about our question paper. So this you need to know, the end semester question paper. Normally the end semester, okay, till now, can anyone tell me what is the total marks for end semester examination question paper? 50, yes, correct. So 50 is the total marks for end semester examination. Now that 50 marks is divided into three parts, part 1, part 2 and part 3. In part 1, generally, we have 5 questions of 2 marks each with no options. So you'll have 5 questions, short questions of 2 marks each, total 10 marks, 5 into 2, 10. Remaining how much? 40. Now in part 2, you will have 3 questions. There the option will be given. Out of 5, you will have to attempt 3 questions. Normally, these are the options. And 10 marks each. So 3 questions, 10 marks each, that means 30. So 30 plus 10, 40, and the remaining 10 marks is in part 3. So this is normally our pattern. But as I told you before also, depending upon the generating council, this pattern might change. But this is exclusively our university pattern, which most of the students will see. Okay, this I have put in the slide because I want to show you that how is our aggregate or CGP, SGP, whatever you tell, those are calculated, because that you need to know. Because you are evaluated, a grade card will be given to you, and you should know that what is the process of calculation which the university follows. See, this is a sample course of BCA. Is there any BCA students sitting over here? Many BCA students. So this you can see. These are the probable courses that we'll see in the first semester. And you see there is to each and every course name there is a code assigned. That is for some administrative reason. And to the last column you can see there are some credits. Credits means some weightage. See, C programming that is a theory is given a weightage of 4 points, 4 credits. Similarly, C programming practical is given a credit of 3 points. And the last one, SkillX, that's a different type of curriculum, that course that we'll get to know. That is 0 credit. 0 credit means it is non-credited course, but you will have to pass in that course. If you fail, that will not do. You will have to pass, simply pass in that course. Apart from that, these are the credits, weightage. Now, how do the weightage affect the marks? Let us see. Normally, we have a gradation system like this. If you secure marks between 90 to 100, from 90 to 100, you will be having 10 grade points. Okay. So if you secure 91 also, you will get 10. If you secure 100 out of 100 also, you will get 10. That is uniform. Can anyone tell me if you secure 64, what is the grade point which you will have?
7.
Loudly. 7. Correct. So these are the grade points, and see at the last 2 rows, we have the grade point 5, that is the pass performance, and the grade point 0, that is fail. See, for the pass row, that is in green color, if you secure minimum 40 marks, then you will pass for theory. For theoretical courses, pass mark is 40. But for the practical courses, the pass mark is 45. Okay. So if you get 40 in a practical course, that is your failing. So to pass in a practical course, 45, pass in a theory course, 40. That are the minimum marks. Okay. Now suppose this is a sample. Suppose a student has secured these marks. In C programming, he or she has got 76, digital electronics 42, and so on. Now, how will these aggregate be calculated? Let's see. See, getting 76 means, what is the grade point? 76 means it is between 70 and 79. That is, the grade point is 8. See, the grade point is 8. So according to the marks secured, 76, 42, the grade point is 5. 88, the grade point is 9, and so on. So the grade points are being calculated based upon the previous table. Okay. Now come to the last column, credit index. This is where you will see why the credits are important. You have seen the credits. So these credits, 4 credit for C programming, 4 credit for digital electronics, that will be given in your syllabus. So how come the credits are so important because see, the credits are actually multiplied with the grade points which you secure. In C programming, you are having a credit 4 and you have achieved a grade point of 8. So the credit index for that course will be 4 into 8, 32. Okay. Similarly, for the practical, see the first practical, C programming practical, the credit is 3 and the grade point is 7. So you have secured a credit index of 21, 3 into 7, 21. I hope everyone understood how to calculate the credit index. That's the multiplication of credits and the grade points. Okay. So if a course has less credit, that means the credit index will be less. So that's why that is called weightage. Weightage means how much weightage a particular course carries upon your book. Now, just add on all the credit index. Adding up all the credit index, we get 176. And adding up all the credits, we get 22. Now, for the SGPA calculation, that is the semester grade point average, what you have to do, you have to just divide 176 and 22. 176 by 22. Can anyone tell me what is the grade point? 176 by 22? 8. So, if this is the report card of a particular student, he or she will secure SGPA 8. Okay? So, this is how SGPA is calculated. Semester grade point average. Sum of all credit index of the current semester divided by sum of all the credits. What is CGPA? CGPA is basically the final thing that you will get in a final report card, or maybe you're getting in the subsequent report cards also. That is the adding up all the credit indices till that current semester. Suppose you are in second semester. If you are in second semester, you have to add up all the credit index right from the first semester till the second semester. Divide all the credit points right from the first semester till the second semester. That is the CGPA of the second semester. When you go to the third semester, what is the CGPA? For the third semester, the CGPA is adding up all the credit index of the first semester, second semester, and the third semester. Adding up, divided by adding up all the credits of first semester, second semester, and the third semester. The CGPA is just a cumulative addition, summations of all the semesters till the present semester. And SGPA is entirely based upon your current semester. Okay? Now, I told you before also that there are some other councils which govern their own curriculums. Like pharmacy has their own gradation system. Similarly, education department also has their own gradation system because that is being governed by their own council. And agriculture also has their own gradation system. Now, there are some student forms that you will see in the website very soon. That is entirely related to the Office of the Controller of Examination. I'll just brief you about the student forms. What are these forms? See, the form number 1 is temporary bona fide certificate for allowance in examination. What is this form? You can take a snapshot of this form also, this list also. Now, I told you, once you get the admit card, then you are allowed to sit for the examination. Now, there will be cases where you will be failing to bring the admit card. You might forget to bring the admit card to the university for giving examination. What will happen? You will not be allowed to sit for the examination. Now, this is a form which will actually benefit you and help you in sitting for the examination if you have forgot to bring the admit card for that particular team. Now, this will not be allowed multiple times. It will be allowed only once or twice in the entire semester. So that is form number 1. What you have to do is that you have to download the form, or you have to take the form from the examination cell, and then you will have to attest the form from your department that you are a bona fide student of this institution. You are allowed to sit for the examination for that particular day only. So this is that form that is related to the day of examination. If you forget to bring that paper. The next form is authorization of collecting certificates. What is that? Suppose you are not over here, but you need the certificate urgently. So you tell your mother or father or some relative to collect that form, collect that certificate from the Office of the Controller of Examination. Now, we know you as a student, but we don't know your relatives. So why will we hand over the form? Why will we hand over the certificates to your relatives? So this is a form. If you fill up the form and do the formalities, and if your the collecting person relative brings this form in the office, we'll check the form, it's correct or not, then we'll hand over the certificates to them. Okay. Next, application for correction of certificates. Suppose there are some mistakes in the certificate. Your name is spelled wrong, your degree is incorrect. That might happen due to printing error, human error. So you'll have to apply for that. So this is that form. Grievance application, you might have some grievance that why so much examination, why so much strictness, something like that. So that's a grievance form. You can fill the grievance form. Application for issuance of duplicate now certificates. Now, if you lose the certificate, that might happen. So there is a formality. You have to do an FIR to the local police station, and then you have to fill this form and submit it. Then only will generate the duplicate certificate. Application for issuance of transcripts. These are required for the pass out students. After you pass out, if you have to apply for some institution, they might require all. See, you get all the grade cards different. First semester, second semester, third semester different. But if you require all the semesters report in a single page, that's called transcript. Okay, for that you will have to apply. Then application for answer script review. Now this is exclusively for offline examinations, not for online examinations. If you give online examination, there is no question of review. Only for offline examination, you will be allowed to enjoy this privilege that once you get the marks, then you can tell that, oh wow, this is not what I expected, I might get some more. So this is the form which you can fill. But now I'm warning you, there are cases that student has arbitrarily applied for the review and the marks are further reduced. Okay, so once you give for review, be judgmental. Okay, just arbitrarily you have got less marks, okay, give it for the review. 2 or 3 marks, it will increase. It might not happen. Instead of 2 or 3 marks, 3 or 4 marks might get decreased also. Okay. Now, application for special supplementary examination that I told you for the final year students. Application for the end semester examination, regular and backlog. Backlog means if you have supplementary, if you have some backlog papers, then you have to apply separately. Application for PhD, I think no one for PhD over here. So these are the separate application forms that will be soon available to your website. Okay. So this is one of the most important slides. Just take a screenshot of this one. So these are the exam related fees. Okay. End semester examination 1,500 per semester. Okay. Similarly for answer script review, see per semester means ad hoc. For answer script review, it's 500 per course. Per course means if you give review of 2 papers, then 500 plus 500,000 like that per course. Okay. Now there is, see this provisional degree certificate 300. What is this provisional degree certificate? See, once you pass the program, not in the first semester, second semester, the entire curriculum. Suppose for 3 years course, 3 years or 4 years course, 4 years program, 4 years, you have passed the final year, and after that, your results are generated. You will see the results in the university website. Now it's not that today you are viewing the results, your results are published, tomorrow only the degree certificate will be awarded to you in physical mode. No, not that. It will take time because there are some technical formalities, some administrative reasons that the original degree certificate you will receive at the convocation. That is the ceremony. But before that, if you require a certificate certified by the university that you have passed the program, that's a provisional certificate only. For that, you will have to pay a fees of 300 and you can collect that from the administration section. Okay. Now, I thought of introducing our team members because students are very frequent in our office due to many reasons. So we have myself, you will have in your office, the Office of the Controller of Examination. I'm the Assistant Controller, Dr. Shantanu Banerjee. Apart from me, you have Shubhadeep Shalpati, he is another Assistant Controller of Examination. Then we have 2 office executives, Priyanka Majumdar and Shayan Majumdar. And mostly you will see these two persons in the front desk. Okay. Especially Dhiman Mukherjee. Okay. So these are the two persons you will see in the counter and the front desk whenever you go to the examination cell for some reasons. I would advise you to note down these two contact number and email ID, because this is the official contact number of examination cell. You can call in office hours, and if you have any query relating to examination only, it's not that calling and telling Kalke college Kolkata, university Kolkata is there. No, not that. Only relating to examination, if you have any query, you can call and you can get your things clarified. And if you have anything to apply or some questions formally, you can email in this email ID. Okay, infocoe@jisuuniversity.ac. So thank you all for being so much cool and calm throughout. Thanks all. If you have any questions, you can ask. Else, goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to Dr. Shantanu Banerjee, Assistant Controller of Examination, for explaining the exam system so lucidly, which everybody, I think every student will have a confusion about. But after sir's presentation, I'm sure everybody will be able to handle it with flying colors. So thank you, sir. Next up, we have the rules and regulations of our university. Once you have finished about the exam system, now you need to know about certain rules and regulations which we follow in JIS University. For that, we have our best person, that is our administrative head, Dr. Ramudan Singh sir. He is the Deputy Registrar, and I would request sir to come up on stage and explain about the rules and regulations of JIS University.
Good morning, students. Teachers present over here. Actually, this rules and regulations, these are already available on website student rule book. Somebody has checked or not? In download section, it is already available. It's a more than 50 pages document where you can have all the rules related to your conduct, related to examination, related to fee payment. Everything is mentioned over there. Okay, but still I will mention some of the rules here. Look, that registrar section is a very important section for the students. Why? Because when student joins the university, you have taken admission. Now you require registration. Registration is the final thing that you have been given one unique code, okay, by which you will be identified for your 4 years, 5 years, up to the time you will stay inside the university. Okay. So starting from registration till you complete, means the provisional certificate, migration certificate, character certificate, everything will be issued from registrar section. Okay, so don't, first of all, I would like to clarify that whether you want your migration, you want your bona fide, you want demand letter, For everything, registrar section will be responsible. You have to make raise the request to registrar section only. Okay. Now there are certain rules. First of all, as you are new, you know that ragging is completely prohibited inside JIS University. If somebody is found, there are a lot of things that can be done. We have a lot of punishments related to that. Okay, so I request that don't indulge in this kind of activities. Now there is second rule is misconduct. Misconduct, your behavior misconduct is not expected from the university. For example, you are not behaving properly with the university staff, your faculty, okay, or even if your friends also, okay, then we will take serious action, and action will be taken by the registrar section that you, I think, sir has already shown one point there. Disciplinary action. What is that? That will be taken from registrar section after consultation with your HOD and dean. Okay, but yes, it will be taken. It will be notified from our end only. So you have to actually behave properly. Then there should not be any fight. Okay, suppose two students are fighting, so rules are applicable to both the students. Means both will be punished. Then there will be no hearing that I have not done this, he has done or she has done. That thing will not be taken care. If it is applicable to hostel also, okay. Especially in hostel, I have observed that such kind of activities happens. Okay, so just behave yourself properly. Don't indulge with anybody in some kind of fighting or something. Okay, you should. Smoking is totally prohibited. If you found, you will be fined, and a serious action will be taken against you. Alcohol, drugs, everything is totally prohibited. And somebody is having, whether it is in hostel or inside university campus, it's not there. We will not actually forgive you. We will take serious action. Okay. So kindly, this list is big, so I won't point out everything. Okay. You just, I'm here to actually so that you should recognize me. And whenever you are, because I'm not only to punish you, I'm here to help you. Okay. Punishment is not a thing. What I expect from you that you behave properly, because if your behavior is good, you are disciplined, you are sincere, then only you will be able to achieve your goal. Okay. You all came here with some expectation. Your parents has sent you here with lot of expectation from you. Maybe coming here for good placement. Somebody is for going abroad. Lot of things are there. Okay, so these three are important aspects. Your conduct, okay, your sincerity. You should be regular in the class. Okay, and don't indulge in any kind of thing which is not required at all. Okay, so my office, I think you must have seen. Okay, you must have seen it is just close to admission. Okay, whenever you are in problem related to administration, you can always come to me. Most welcome. I'll try to resolve your issue. Whatever it is related to food, it is related to hostel, it is related to anything. It will be resolved. But I also expect something from you. Okay, so don't make my task difficult. Kindly cooperate with us. Thank you. And this conduct rule is already available in your website download section. Okay, kindly download it and read it. Okay, because it's a big document, 15 pages. I don't want to read here, and you will be getting bored here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, after the rules and regulations, we have certain policies of JIS University which you must know about. Starting with the policy, the sexual harassment policy, I would like to call on stage Assistant Professor Riya Banerjee ma'am from the Department of Juridical Sciences.
Thank you, Tita ma'am. So good morning to all dignitaries who all are present here and my dear students. I want to give some information to all of you who all are newly admitted regarding our rules, regarding our rules and against sexual harassment, that is prevention of sexual harassment. So there is a rule book of, as our deputy registrar sir also said. So there is a rule book of our university, and according to that, sexual harassment, sexual misconduct of any form is a serious offense and violation of university and community standards. So it will not be tolerated, and thus the university will not condone any explicit sexual behavior within its campus or at any place where you are representing our university as a student. A student charged with sexual misconduct by JISU University can be prosecuted state criminal statutes on campus. There is an internal complaint committee. So if you face this kind of issues related to sexual harassment, so you can go to our internal complaint committee and you can register your complaint. And if you see also that your friend who is facing this kind of issues, but he or she is not willing to give information to that committee, or she is shy enough to give that information, so you can take step and you can give that information to us, and our committee will take step. So campus proceeding will not be unduly delayed, even if legal proceedings are also in progress, as these are distinct process. If you see, I want to tell one thing, that nowadays you all know that not only girls but also boys are facing sexual harassment. So if any boy also facing this kind of issue, they can make complaint and they can tell us without any hesitation. Okay, and your name will not be disclosed. And I want to tell you very proudly that till today there is no such serious incident regarding sexual harassment at JIS University. So this forum is open for you all. And thank you so much, and all the best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Another very important, sorry, another very important policy of JIS University is the statutes of anti-ragging policy, something which is supremely important for you. I would like to call on stage the head of the Department of Juridical Sciences, Dr. Shobhit Chatterjee, sir, to kindly say something on stage about the anti-ragging policy. Sir.
A very good morning, all of you. The thing is, I think yesterday in one of the sessions, this entire concept of anti-ragging was being explained by Dr. Partho Pratim. I think majority of you have heard it. Now, what I want to speak about is that there are restrict, individual legislations whereby if a ragging actually takes place, whatever punishment basically go on. And that includes the most common legislation, that is the Indian Penal Code. বাংলায় যেটাকে বলে ভারতীয় দণ্ডবিধি. Now, before separate laws came up for ragging, those were the existing provisions based on which punishments used to be given for students ragging the other respective students in another institution. At a medical college, কাউকে বলা হলো জোর জবরদস্তি to do something. Hold on, first of all, let me finish off with what I'm supposed to say. The type of the so-called ragging that takes place, based on that the punishments come up. So when I'm speaking about Indian Penal Code, it is, section 324, it starts off, that is voluntarily causing hurt. কাউকে র্যাগিং এর মাধ্যমে যদি কোনোভাবে আঘাত করা হয়, in that case there is punishment, and it's basically non-bailable and it's a cognizable offense. Cognizable offense বলতে মানে দাঁড়ায় যে the police, they can arrest whoever is involved without a warrant. Non-bailable বলতে কোর্টের কাছে প্রেজেন্ট করলে পরে immediately neither the police station nor in the respective judicial custody you are going to get bail. আচ্ছা, এছাড়া মানে এর থেকেও যদি if it becomes more serious, সেখানে it can go ahead with respect to grievous hurt. Grievous hurt মানে 7 দিনের hospitalization cases আছে হতে পারে যদি if the ragging goes to that extent. Punishment আরো high, 7 years imprisonment or fine or both. তার থেকেও যদি আরো if it is even more serious, it can go to the level of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. মানে হচ্ছে যে এতটাই জোরে লেগে গেছে, এটা যদি মানে আরেকটু বাড়াবাড়ি হয়ে যেত, the person might have died. মরে গেলে তখন the question comes in respect of the charge of murder, section 302. আর এই ধরনের কোনো অফেন্সে if there are multiple number of candidates who are involved, মানে অনেক সময় র্যাগিংটা একা হয় না, দলবদ্ধভাবে the seniors they go ahead and do the needful with respect to the juniors. সেখানে আরো প্রশ্ন আছে abatement for the same type of offense, মানে section 108 series. Abatement বলতে আর কি either is being done by instigation, একজন অন্যজনকে কিছুটা হলো উত্তক্ত করে, you do this, and the second is by aiding, সাহায্য করা, মানে যে বুঝতে পারছে যে whatever we are doing that is against the laws. UGC anti ragging একটা রেগুলেশন করে রেখে দিয়েছে, এবং for that reason I suppose Dr. Parthapratim might have said yesterday যে তোমাদের সবাইকেই those who got in admitted over here, they are required to get an anti ragging affidavit. আমাদের law department everybody they are there in room number 818. They got a staff room আছে. Over there you can contact any of the law faculty, whether Somadip Kundu, whether Riya Banerjee, whether Sundarta Mukherjee, whether Momola Bhattacharya, whether Dr. Apuru Pakira, any one of them, right? They will help you in terms of how to get that affidavit duly signed by the government. এগুলো গেল first part relating to the laws. এছাড়া regarding ragging, there is a corporeal punishment that has been brought into picture, or that has been created newly by fresh legislation under the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act. কারণ হচ্ছে এটা ধরে নেওয়া হয় যে majority of you যারা হয়তো after +2 level have joined the institution, they are in the age group of 17 to 18, around that respective age. And আমাদের দেশের majority law basically says, the Indian Majority Act says that persons they are considered to be major the moment they attain the age of 18. মানে একটা টাইম ছিল যে ভোটার্স ফ্র্যাঞ্চাইজ ইউজ টু বি এক্সারসাইজ এট দি এজ অফ 21, 21 বছর। তারপরে লেটার অন ইন লেট 80s ইট হ্যাজ বিন রিডিউসড ডাউন টু 18। তো প্রশ্ন আসছে যে জুভেনাইল জাস্টিস কেয়ার এন্ড প্রোটেকশন অ্যাক্টে দ্য কোয়েশ্চেন অফ র্যাগিং হ্যাড কাম আপ ডিউ টু দ্য ফ্যাক্ট দ্যাট এটা যদি কালেক্টিভলি দে আর বিং ডান, the person who all are involved, they if they are below the 18 years of age, they cannot be tried in a criminal court of original jurisdiction. They have to be tried by a juvenile justice board, JJB boli. Every respective districts have one JJB. একটু সেখানে an advantage আছে যে unless the offense goes to the extent of very serious offense, heinous offense as such, সেক্ষেত্রে পানিশমেন্ট একটু কম থাকে, 3 years stay in a special home or fine. So far so good in the context of the consequences of ragging. আমার মনে হয় প্রথম অবস্থাতে একটু বেশি ভয় পাইয়ে দিলাম সবাইকে। মানে দিস ইজ আ র্যাগিং ফ্রি ক্যাম্পাস, লাস্ট 4-5 বছরে একটা সিঙ্গেল ইভেন্ট হয়নি JISU যেখানে কখনো মানে পুলিশের কাছে এফআইআর করতে হয়েছে বা অস্ত্র ধরতে হয়েছে, that ragging had really taken place and that had led to real consequence of a victim যারা ভর্তি হয়েছে তার কোনো ক্ষয়ক্ষতি হয়ে যাওয়া। তো সবটাকে আজকে সকাল থেকে whatever session is going on, all the sessions are very serious. প্রথম অবস্থাতে তো এক্সামিনেশন নিয়ে অলরেডি ইওর অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট কন্ট্রোলার একটু ভয় ধরিয়ে দিয়েছে, 20+20 দুটো যদি ঠিকঠাক না পাওয়া যায়, যত ভালো করে প্যাক করে ব্যাগ শুদ্ধ নিয়ে এখানে আসা হয়েছে তত ব্যাগ শুদ্ধ ফেরত চলে যেতে হবে। পয়েন্ট 1 দুয়ে এসে আবার সেক্সুয়াল হ্যারাসমেন্টের কথা রিয়া ব্যানার্জি had already said. তারপরে আবার থার্ড লেভেলে এতগুলো অফেন্সের কথা শুনে দিলাম, একেবারে সোজা গিয়ে জেল হাজত। তো এইসবের পরে আর কি আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে মানে বাকি যে এন্টার ডেটা not to make it I mean more serious and more anxious, more apprehensive, তাই জন্য একটা গান দিয়ে শেষ করে দিচ্ছি। আমি সেদিন স্টার্ট করেছিলাম and I couldn't continue কারণ that was a session where more number of speakers were there. Today also there are more number of speakers, but even then I mean today there are 10 minutes being allotted, তাই জন্য সেখান থেকে যেটা শেষ করতে পারিনি সেখান থেকে স্টার্ট করছি আর কি। एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। कुछ पाकर खोना है, कुछ खोकर पाना है, जीवन का मतलब तो आना और जाना है, दो पल का जीवन है, एक उम्र चुरानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। तू धार है नदिया की, मैं तेरा किनारा हूँ, तू मेरा सहारा है, मैं तेरा सहारा हूँ, आँखों में समंदर है, आशाओं का पानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। थैंक्स अ लॉट।
Thank you so much, sir, for not only telling us the intricacies of the anti-ragging policy, but also making the atmosphere into a beautiful one this bright sunny morning. Now, as sir has already mentioned that we have been on very serious topics right from the morning, and you guys are already half scared to run out of this university right now, but we cannot allow that. We are going to now start with the most important and most interesting session, that is about what to do after JIS University. Like after you have passed out, what are the avenues, what are the new national fields which open up for you in front of you, the main reason of coming to this university. I would like to call on stage our training and placement officer, Mr. Anjan Chatterjee and Mr. Obhidipto Ganguly, for a session on internship, training, placement, opportunities in the university. So,
A very good morning to all of you. I'd like to address my Department of Law, Dr. Shobhit Chatterjee, Dr. Shantanu Banerjee, Professor Leah Banerjee, Professor Preeta Bose, and of course Professor Rahul Banerjee for organizing this session where we have an interaction with various aspects of the university, where you try to understand what the university can offer you, what is expected from you, and how we all together can chart out a new plan, a new path where at the end of your careers, at the end of your courses, you can be responsible citizens and start off your careers in a very nice manner. Well, welcome students, and thank you all for choosing JISU University as your academic institution to start off your career. I'm sure students from various streams are here who would like to know what the training and placement cell of the university would be able to offer you. As you all know that the courses which are offered in university are from various streams, very diverse streams from pharmacy, computer science, law, sciences, and specific areas like remote sensing, earth sciences, chemistry, physics, basic sciences. Students who have chosen their own courses have done so based upon their interest, based upon the career opportunities they find, or the career options they require after graduating out, both in undergraduate and postgraduate stations. The university started our operations in 2015, and we have a full-fledged training and placement cell which started off in 2017 when I joined. And my colleague, Mr. JISU-PHARMA, has joined in 2019. He looks after basically the pharmacy portion and the life sciences also. Whereas I look after the computer sciences, management, law, and other courses. Now, the university training and placement cell has a vision, which is basically a vision where we all take an oath, where the university, as you know, training and placement is a facilitation kind of department where it tries to bridge the gap, or rather bridge the distance between the industry and the students. In today's world, which is going by leaps and bounds, except the last 2 years where the COVID situation had dampened the situations a bit, but still the operations and the processes have been going on in online mode. And from this year again, we are seeing that clients are coming on to offline where they are visiting the campuses for recruitment. So, my colleague would go through a presentation. We will show you a presentation. But before that, I would like to tell you all what we can offer first, and then what is expected from your end. As you know that the JIS group as a group is a very big conglomerate of institutions and very well known across India, and the leading group, the leading conglomerate in Eastern India, where it has got so many colleges and this university, which has thousands of students enrolled for doing various professional courses. The students at the end of the courses has 2 or 3 options. Some of them like to go for higher studies, from undergraduate to postgraduate courses, or to any other professional studies. Some students do want to take up their own entrepreneurship or their own field or area, and others, the majority of them, of course, seek for placement assistance, where they can start careers working with various multinationals and various upcoming organizations or startups in the country. The organizations as such have a tie-up with the group as well as the university. We have been running our placement cell here for the last 5 years. We are proud to say that our students have made their mark in most of the MNCs in Calcutta, in India. A few of them have also gone abroad. Organizations like TCS, Capgemini, TechMahindra, Wipro, Accenture, Ernst & Young have bestowed their trust on our students. Now, this all happens through a process, and this process starts from the first year when you start your studies. Mainly, as Dr. Shantanu has pointed out, and my predecessors have also pointed out, your studies will start, you have evaluation at regular intervals to find out how good you are doing and how well you are placed to improve your status. Organizations, as you know, would demand and look forward to students with certain criteria which are most important. Now you have to keep in mind these points at the beginning. Like this, that tells you about our vision. Our vision is to nurture the students throughout giving them inputs, so that at the end of their career they can be successful professionals and start working. Now, to start your preparation, there are things which has to start from day one only, from your first semester. So besides your courses which you are registered for, you need to attend your classes regularly, as already pointed out. Try to have maximum attendance to go for them, and give your exams properly, because we have seen that the most of the bigger companies have certain criteria, eligibility criteria when they come for campus. Though we have students registered from the final year, we send out registration mails to them asking for their options, either they want a job placement or they want to go for higher studies or they want to do their own entrepreneurship development. There the criteria are very strict because bigger companies always look for first class criteria throughout, that is 60% in 10th, 12th, as well as in graduation. But there are organizations who do have flexibility. So it's not doesn't mean that people who have not got first division will not be allowed. They will be also allowed, but for the bigger companies, the first division criteria sticks to. The role of the training and placement. Now we have a role where I'll explain a bit. My colleague will also tell you something about it. Our role is basically to maintain the connection between the various organizations, the HR, the recruiting heads, or the decision makers, and to keep them aware of the type of students who are passing out. Now, this activity is maintained by us throughout the year, physically, through presentations, through meetings, and also through client visits. Whenever any opportunity comes in, we share it with the students, and these normally start in the last year. That is, for example, the pharmacy or the computer science students or the science students. Every activity on placement will start on the last the last year of your graduation, where it starts off. Depends. Industries like IT industry start a bit early. Pharmaceutical, life sciences industry start a bit late. And our job is to maintain this coordination. We do also undertake talks from the industry where special HR persons who come and share with you what is expected from you, how you should prepare yourselves, how you should guide yourselves to get ahead of this, to be prepared so that when the interviews start, you can start taking care of your things. We also maintain a database, as I said, of the students, which we get from admission. Then it is timely renewed from you. We take your contact numbers, your email, your addresses, your marks, and other necessary things. Based on the eligibility criteria, as the activity of campus starts centrally, as I said, since we have a group here, all our campus placements are done centrally from the group because similar courses are running in other institutions also. So you will have to fight the competition with our group institutions also. And it is a centralized campus. Like we have MBA here, we have MBA in Korean also. So whenever our MBA client recruits, you both have to compete with each other to get the job. Regarding student development and training, now this normally starts in the pre-final year. Say for the fourth year students, it starts in third year, or for the second year students, it starts at the end of first year, where we do certain training which is beyond your classrooms. Because as you know, there are certain course curriculum which is already there. You are doing your courses accordingly, but the industry requires something else. So for this, we do conduct training programs from the industry. We do have our internal trainers of the training and placement, central placement, as well as we have external people who come and take classes that can be beyond your class hour. We don't disturb your classes. So beyond your class hours, either offline or online mode, it is conducted so that you are prepared to appear for campuses when it starts. Now the step of eligibility and shortlisting. As I said, organizations have their requirements, and whenever they have a vacancy, they look for freshers. We have organizations who are doing their campuses repeatedly for the last 5 years at the university, because our students who are placed here have done well, worked well, and that's how we have a continuous relationship. We also search out new clients who come. But clients, as I told you, have an eligibility criteria. So all students from first year onwards, I will ask you to take this very seriously, because we have seen that very good students who are otherwise communication-wise good, but maybe on the academic side, they are not have the requisite score, where they are not eligible to sit for certain campuses. So all of you should take this right from day one and try to score maximum in your semester marks, because a 60%, 60 GPA is the norm which most of the clients ask for. So you should do it from first semester onwards, so that you have the cumulative grade point average, which is good enough for you to appear for various. Okay, now once the campus dates are known, we communicate to the students. The campus has various processes depending upon organization. Some take an online test, some take a pen and paper test, which is basically reasoning, English, numerical aptitude, which are basically elimination criteria. These are to eliminate the students from the all the students who are appearing. So for this, you need to also practice appearing for reasoning tests, appearing for numerical aptitudes while you are doing your classes, because we have a very good platform also here called My Perfectist, which we start from the pre-final year, where the students can participate and increase their employability. Because see, until your employability is increased, your skills are there, your communications are there, you will not be selected by an organization. As you know, competition is very tough, and the clients always want to take the best students. So this is the process, and after you have finished your first elimination round, you have your HR round, which is basically an interaction with the HR to find about yourself. The technical students like computer science or pharmacy or science students do have technical rounds which are on the domain. So whatever is your subject, they will test you on that, which can be written or a verbal round. And ultimately, the final round is taken by the final HR. The bigger companies have various platforms which are like Superset, where Infosys, TCS, and other agencies do their recruitments directly from where our students participate. But the other organizations, for example, for other streams, we have their own separate step of. The roles which are available are various, like we have got developers, customer support, marketing, then you've got quality assurance, quality control, and innumerable roles which are there to define them. So you have to, we are always there in training placement, you can always approach both of us to take your guidance and take your inputs wherever required. But while you are doing your course, certain things like from your second year or from pre-final year, internships is also very important, because internship, we will also tell you about internships. We provide internships for during the summer and winter vacations, and we also encourage people to take such things, because the more internships you do, the more exposure you have. At the time of final placements, you always are a cut above your batchmates, so that you have a better chance of getting placed, and you are taken on the score of your thing. Communication is an area where we lack. We always tell the students, because communication is an area where you need to improve yourselves. Though we encourage in the class everything has to be done in English, we also would advise you all to try and talk to amongst yourselves in English, because see, ultimately this habit you have to start building up when you are in first year, because otherwise by the end of your third or fourth year, this is an area where we have seen that very good students, their marks are good, they have scored very well in their projects, they have done excellently in the interview, but on the communication part, they have been lagging and they couldn't clear it. So that's a point which all of you must keep in mind. I'll ask Ovid to also tell you something about the career guidance and other areas.
Hello. Hello. Yes. Morning, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? So, as per sir is very senior, and he told all about the training placement regarding activities and all the means like all the ins and outs about the training and placement. So I think I would want to add one or two points, like
So I was telling that we gather all the databases from the admission department, but yes, it is true. But also we send a Google form to you regularly when the campus program will start, and you have to fill all the Google form within the timeline. Okay. And because see what happens in case of if we send any database to the company and the number, the mail ID or the phone number may be wrong, so you will not get the call from the company. Okay, so you have to be so serious and you have to be follow the pages from the training and placement department and obviously your group and your mail also, so that you fill the Google form within the given timeline and we send the particular database to the company or concern so that you get the call. Okay, this is the first point you need to know. And another thing, as far as said, you need to focus on your own studies, right? So see what happened in case of when you are in the primary stage or in the secondary or in the higher secondary stage. There is this you studied lots lots of subjects like whatever actually there was in the course, but in the particular university you come to have the knowledge whatever you want to have. Like somebody wanted to be a IT professional. Now we get admission into the ECE. So this is the field where he or she can explore himself and obviously find the particular way so that he or she can grow into the life. And somebody here come for the pharmacy or somebody come for the BMLT or any other courses like for biotechnology, for law. So this is the professional course and you need to focus on your study from the day one. And as per from the morning, the sessions are all tough. So I would want to add one thing. If any student is serious about his or hard study, uh, he or she will get the job. But it also actually we also see this. Some students will not get the job also because they are not serious about his or her own studies. Okay, and they are not made. They had not made themselves to the means like suitable for the competitive world. Okay, right from the first day from of your first year, you have to set your own goal. Like you have to set your aim, you have to set your own goal, and you have to set that goal that in which position you want to see yourself in the coming 5 years, in the coming 10 years. And this is the thing. By that, this will give you more enthusiasm so that you can prepare yourself. Okay. And always remember, if you don't set your aim, and a aimless man is just like a rudderless ship. Okay. So don't be a rudderless ship. You set your own goal, set your own aim that where you want to go, means like in which position you want to go and all that. So this is your decision. Okay. So be serious enough for the coming 4 5 years which you will spend in the university. So in coming to the internships, as far you can see, summer and winter internship are the part of the curriculum and of the students are encouraged to the upward exposure in the industry accordingly as a part of the guidelines in the norms of the AICTE and the same in the compulsory. See, in case of I can tell you one thing. In case of internship, for the pharmacy students, it is mandatory for as per PCI. Okay. I think there are some of the students that are sitting in who are get admitted in the pharmacy department. So PCI, as per PCI guidelines, 1 month internship is important to the industry. And in case of diploma in pharmacy also, 1 month hospital training is important. In case of BMLT, that is I think, Madam, I think 3 months, right? Okay. In case of BMLT, 3 months is important. I think you are laughing. Why? Can you? Yes, you are laughing. Why? Can I tell you why you are laughing? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, don't laugh. So, but in case of CSC or biotechnology, industry's training is very, very important. Okay, we will guide you to how to get this permission for that industrial training. And also we conduct industrial tour also so that you can come to know that, what is a real life scenario. Okay, see, you will continue a study in the university, and obviously it is very important for the technical person so that you go to the industry and also know about all the ins and outs what is going on in the industry. Because see, in case of industry and university, there is lots of different over here. So you have to, we will help you to build yourself for the industry standard. Okay, that how to work in the industry and like how to prepare for the industry. So internships is a very important part. And coming to the some internship partners, as you can see, there are lots of internship partners with in case of JS University, but we can see, you can see Albert David, Tower, Aston, okay, Habibs, Aerofirm, ATM, and obviously ID Gavin and all, and lots of partners are there. So this is not an issue. You will get the opportunity to get internship to the any organization. Okay, and coming to the placement parameters, as per with whatever said, and with your efforts, you will have to evaluate. Means like you will have to evaluate yourself that if you are ready for the industry or not. Yes, lots of company coming into the university, like I can tell TCS, CTS, Capgemini, or Genpact, or in case of Nestle, Wipro, okay, GSK, and Lupin, Cipla, Byju's, lots of MacLears, lots of companies are there. Yes, there are lots of your seniors actually got chance in that organizations, and obviously they are our alumni and they will help you also. So like, and you can see these are the some companies which we mentioned. But yes, apart from this, lots of companies here. So if you prepare yourself, there is not an issue. You will get the job. Okay, and coming to the another slide. Suppose it is one of the most important, right? You can know. See, in case of student credit card, I think there are lots of students who is starting here by bank loan or anything. Yes. So for student, government of West Bengal is giving student credit card to you. So you can take this screenshot of the slide, and you need to send all the details to the concerned training and placement department for the NOC to the bank. Okay, you notice or you can take the screenshot also. So you need to mention your name, your application ID. You will get application by mentioning WBC something else.
West Bengal state credit card number is there. That application number along with your year and semester and your student identification number, which is a JISU-2022, and that 4-digit number which is assigned to you. These 5 details, those who are applying for student credit card, and email to our email address, which is TPO, Training Placement Officer, TPO. JISU.
You need to mention your course also, course, your student identification number, so that we can set the proper NOC to you, so that you can show it to the bank. Okay? And please note the important mail IDs. The first one is TPO at JISU-University.ac.in. Another one, Anjan.Chatterjee, sir, the mail ID of sir, which he usually shows receives every day. Anjan Chatterjee at the JISU-University.ac.in. And another one, this mail ID is mine. This is my personal mail ID. This is pharmacy.ppo at the JISU-University.ac.in.
Any queries or any questions you have had, you can always.
Okay, I think some you can feel free to ask any question, whatever there in your mind.
Regarding internship, I just wanted to add beyond my colleague Abhijit, is that internships are given only at the time when your classes are
Exactly.
vacation time, like after your semester itself.
During the mid-semester.
Mid-semester, either winter or summer, which is either 3 weeks or 2 weeks or maybe 1 week. But there are certain norms like for the management students, MBA students, it should be at least 4 weeks. For BBA students, it should be at least 8 weeks. There are norms of the AICTE which are given. Now we have tie up with various like Induction, which is an online internship platform where we will be sharing our data once we get for admissions. So you'll be getting mails from them. Now those internships are basically work from home also. So beyond your course, without disturbing your classes, you can also do those activities in your interested area of work, so that you can gain these knowledges or internships which can help you when you come to the final year.
And I want to add one point. Yes, you can do internship for means like from work from home and all that. Like, and also we bring lots of industry experts from universities so that he or she can teach you about like what is going on. What is going on in the real life situation, and we will get means we'll have to get lots of webinars or lots of seminars in the university by the industry experts. Okay. So that's all from the technical perspective department. Yes, you can ask anything, whatever you want to ask. No questions. Feel free, no issue. Okay, thank you, and thank you, and means like thank you for your future. Means choosing JIS as this prestigious university, and we welcome to you all are welcome to JIS University. Thank you for from technical perspective department.
So there is a lot of prospect for the JISU-ites, which we call, not only while you are in campus, but also after campus. And never fear, Arjun sir and Obidipta sir is always here. Right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So moving on, we will move to the outreach programs of the university. We have several outreach programs of this particular university, not only for different departments have different types of outreach activities. Mostly, I think juridical sciences has a lot of outreach activities, agricultural sciences also. So for that, I would like to call on stage Dr. Momala Bhattacharya ma'am of the Department of Juridical Sciences to put a light on the various outreach programs of JIS University. Ma'am.
So very good morning to everyone. Welcome to the JIS University. It's not audible. Is this audible right now? Yes, ma'am. So welcome to the JIS University. So today I'm going to discuss with you about the outreach program of the JIS University. So the first thing that pop up in your mind that what the outreach program actually is. So from the term outreach, you can guess or presume that reach the out. Reach the out of what? Reach the outside world of the JIS University campus. So what we'll do by reaching the outside world of the JIS University campus? See, in respect of each and every department, you have some outside activities like pharmacy, biotechnology, computer science. We will go to the industry, we will get training, we will visit them, we will learn many things. From the law, we will go to the court and do the things. But apart from this is all our curriculum-based outreach program. But apart from our curriculum-based outreach program, we have some outreach program as well from the university. Now, what are the programs actually are? So see, we all are gathered over here. So we are a little bit privileged. But there are some people who are outside who couldn't make it. So we need to help, support, and uplift these sections of the society who are not privileged enough like us. So mainly outreach program is about such underprivileged, weaker or poorer sections of the society which needs our support. So see, in our homes and in our colleges or workplaces, we have a top shelves. So we couldn't reach to that top shelf. So we need support of any kind of bench, stool to reach that shelf. So this outreach program is like that. So the sections, the societies, they have certain basic rights, but they couldn't get such rights. They couldn't get to reach that shelves. And the JIS University is that bench or is that tool through which they can get such cells. Now, the main component of the outreach program is it has mobile facility. What mobile facility is? That if we need any kind of help, we go to some places, we ask for it. But regarding the outreach program, the poorer, weaker section, they will not come to us. We will come to them. We will reach them and we will ask them that what we need. See, you are in the university, you will do study. But this outreach program, I'm telling you, it's a relief where you can make a trip, you can visit a village. This is a fun trip with lots of responsibilities. Because it's not just a trip, just you go, visit and come. Visiting the place, visiting the village or visiting any area, you have to do some activity. Okay. Now, moving to our next slide. What are the objectives of outreach programs are? Objectives of outreach program, the first objective, what is I'm doing right now? To sensitize you. So previously, I think you are not able to understand what the outreach program of the university is. So now I'm sensitizing you, I'm aware you about the outreach program, that we need to do something for our society. So you were here, you will do study after the course completion, you will get a salary, a very high salary job. But apart from this, we have some social responsibility towards our society. So we need to fulfill that thing also. And also in another way, we are help them to make them self-dependent, not dependent to the others. So to be them independent and to support them so that they can reach such basic rights. But the definition of basic rights is very much critical or wide enough. But we can say right to get food, shelter, right to education, right to clean environment, right to get job. These are more or less our basic rights. But the people, they have the rights, but they are the deprived of their rights. So we
are the students and the faculties and staff of the JS University. We will help them to get such rights. Now, what are the things we will do in this outreach program? We visit the schools. We encourage the students. We sensitize their parents that do not discriminate between boys and girls. Now, in many areas in our society, they discriminate between boys and girls. They will send boys to the school. They do not send girls to the school. They send boys to the good school and send girl in the school, the poor school. Okay. Regarding the food and nutrition, they are not taking care of the girls. And we aware them about the health, food, nutrition, specifically for the pregnant mother, school-going children, infant, aged parents, etc., etc. And basically, we do each. We try to do. At least we cannot say that we have done something very big, but we try to do things which can do some betterment of our society. We do adult education. We make self-help group. Okay, suppose a boy or girl is a jobless. We provide them some soft skills training, some computer training, any kind of training, so that they can earn something. Something is better than nothing right now. And also we sensitize the women about their right, about their safety, their security. Now, in remote villages, still now, the girls are not aware about the sanitary napkins. And they are, at the time of their menstruation, is very maintained unhygienic way. So we sensitize them, we aware them about these things. And apart from this, we do career counseling that after 10th or 12th, what we will do. We meet the farmers, we meet the villagers. We try to reach every set of that society or that area through which we can uplift them. But apart from the upliftment of the poorer and the weaker sections, there are other things of the outreach program as well. Like what? At the time of the natural disasters, like Amphan, like Fani, like Bulbul, any kind of, like at the time of the earthquake, we send volunteers over here. We send reliefs over here. We go to their places, we help them, and we try to solve their problems. Okay. And also we do several activities during the year for our society as well. Okay, here I will show you some pictures. So this is a blood donation camp. This has been conducted by the JS University. Each and every year we are conducting a blood donation camp. And I think if not here or in any other places, you should take a pledge and at least donate blood once a year if you do not have any disease or any kind of ailments. Next is tree plantation program. We are following these things very rigorously. Not only once in a year, even in someone's birthday, in some teacher's day, or any kind of program, we try to gift each other some few saplings. So it is a request to you to make it a practice to plant saplings, to gift saplings to each other. We right now we know that environmental protection, how much is required in our. It is not a problem of the India; it is a global problem. Next, as I said, that we visit the schools, we aware the girl child, we aware their parents as well that what are the safeties and securities you need to take care. This is a photo of our this year Independence Day program. Besides of the JISU University, there is a sections where we can say it's a slum over there, where the underprivileged, the poorest sections they are living. So what we do with them, they in this Independence Day, they made some coloring pot with the saplings, and they come over our university and started selling them, and we all bought their saplings and that pot, and in that way, with this self-help, they can earn something by their own. This is kind of a program we often do, like to against the plastic, to protect our environment, do not use or throw plastics here and there. We need to plastic-free environment, etc.
This is also another school activity.
Not only we just go do and the lecture the things, and we also do some street play, some play through which the students can aware about many things like sexual harassment, dowry system, child labor, child marriage, acid attack, etc. etc.
This is Swachh Bharat Mission, you all know.
Now, next come to the National Service Scheme. I think most of you have heard about NCC, National Cadet Corps, but I think you barely know about NSS, National Service Scheme. So this is a scheme which is introduced in the year of 1969 by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So what the NSS mainly is. So the motto of NSS is not me, but you. What does that mean? So we live in a society. We know our rights very well, but we do not perform any kind of duties. We know that this is my right. I have to get this. I need this, but we don't perform any kind of duties. So it is said by the government that it is not all the duties of the government of India. It is the duty of the citizens as well. So we, not me, but you also are responsible for the society, for the betterment of the society. And if you can see the object of the NSS, they are saying that developing the personality and character of student youth through voluntary community service. So this NSS program, they are mainly running through the school, colleges, and university. You can also join our NSS group. The thing out, whatever I have discussed regarding the outreach program, in the NSS program, we will also follow the almost same things. Now, what we do now, the JIS University is taking care one village, and at least once in a month, we visit the village. We discuss with the farmers regarding the agricultural activity, what are the problems they are facing. We reach the schools of that area, we reach the women, we reach the boys and girls, those who are facing any kinds of issues. Okay. So I request you to all to please come and join our NSS unit, and we will do trip, field trip, many kinds of trip. And whatever I said you earlier, that is the fun trip, but with a lots of responsibilities. And you know, there is a NSS coordinator from the state of West Bengal. They visit our place, and if they found that anyone have done any kind of extraordinary act, they will send that particular person to the 26th January parade of Delhi. Okay. So it is not like that you will do and you will not get any kind of recognition. Of course, you will get recognition, and the recognition is quite very famous and good. Okay. And the purpose of the NSS is education through service. Now, you may think that we are here for the study. Why we take care about these things? Now, you are the youths. You are the future of the country. So we need to sensitize or aware you about your duties. So if you are not responsible enough, how can you teach your next generations about their own responsibilities? Okay. So see, these are the pictures. This village is taken care by the JIS University. So here we are. We discussed things related to the farmers. What are the problems they are facing regarding their lands, regarding their what are the agricultural advances, the technologies they can use right now in this. So we discussed with them about this. So we call the students, not only the students, we call their parents as well. So because before student, their parents needs to be sensitized and aware about their children's right and their children's health, nutrition, food, education, job, etc., etc. And this is a small part of our NSS team. Though our NSS team is quite big enough, but it is not possible for us to visit with all our NSS volunteers. There is a 200, 300 volunteers over there. So we make a small group, and each and every month with our college bus, we visit the village and we take care of the village. So I will conclude my speech or session, what you can say, with the speech of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, who was the first Vice President of India. That all education is on the one side, a search for truth. On the other side, it is a pursuit of social betterment. So, study is a one thing, that is okay, but we need to do something for our society as well, for the betterment of our society. You may discover truth, but you should apply it to improve the status of the society. So, if we say that whether West Bengal is developed enough or not, so the people of Kolkata, we are developed enough, or a certain portion of the Kolkata is developed enough, but not all portions of the Kolkata or West Bengal is not developed enough. So can we say the West Bengal is developed enough? No. So all round of development here is necessary. So everyone's development here is necessary. And here I think you will come forward and join our unit so that we can work together and then develop the world, we can say, in a wider way. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful speech. And by now, I think we all know the outreach programs participated by JISU University, and I'm sure the students will come up in the upcoming years. Thank you, ma'am. For now, I would like to call Dr. Deepnita Ghosh on the dais. She'll be talking on artificial intelligence and machine learning beyond the bend.
Thank you so much, ma'am. My specialization is in data science and machine learning. So, this subject will be introduced to you in your third year. Before that, we have data structures, all these are very important subjects. So once you go through all this course properly, you will be definitely, I think, guaranteed to get a good job. But for that, you have to prepare very well. And this subject, which is AI/ML, it's very job related. If you go and search in there, you will find definitely 1 out of 5 job is related to data science and machine learning. It's a very important subject. What is machine learning? So, at the term you can understand, the way we train a machine, robotics, then how many of you use Amazon, Flipkart? You know, there is a recommendation system which actually recommends you like whatever stocks you want to buy. So all these things are designed by AI. Also, predictions, weather forecast,
any kind of prediction, these are done by AI. Voice recognition. Siri, how many you have said, hey Siri, play a song? Anyone of you have voice recognition on this inside object? So we can see nowadays the Facebook. Facebook, I think almost everyone has an account in Facebook. How many of you do not have an account in Facebook? You don't have an account in Facebook. So they are very few. They are almost negligible compared to the general people. In Facebook, actually, we see face tagging, Facebookization. Yeah, exactly. All these things are definitely done, right? Yeah. So a machine learning process analyzes and interprets pattern and structures. So pattern recognition is another important thing that we can do. Pattern means anything. Whatever you see around us, it always follows a pattern. Even if you look at the sky, you see the stars, and there also you can see a pattern going. So pattern recognition actually helps to identify a model. Then you have machine learning recognizes industry and business. We mostly use it in IT companies and any other company. Actually use machine learning for predictions of the budget, profit and loss, how my company will be performing after 5 years or after 10 years. All these kind of predictions are basically done in decisions. Decision tree, another algorithm of machine learning that we popularly use. Those things are basically done by machine learning. So artificial intelligence is the entire thing. What all things comes under artificial intelligence? Vision, we have land-based systems, robotics, sensors, all this comes under artificial intelligence, and machine learning is a subpart, it's a subset of artificial intelligence. And deep learning, as we said, is again a subset of our machine learning. So, and data science is another domain which will be done in the third year. That is also another important part which actually overlaps machine learning. So you can see in the diagram. So technique that enables incorporate human intelligence into computers or machines to mimic. Means you are actually introducing your neurons into a machine. You are actually making a machine to behave like a human. That is the way we actually try to train, which is something different from a normal coding or normal programs. So we can see the evolution in history. Before, I think before some millions of years ago, what was there? There were only, we had stone age, living stone age. Human, what they did, they actually rubbed stones to actually get the fire. And from there, we have actually evolved to making satellite vision, which is actually we are sending to our solar system, in our planets, in other planets to actually track what's actually going on there. So all these things we have done through evolution of science. So basically, what is the philosophy of AI? It actually imposes a neuron system, which the way we think, the humans, the way we think, it's the brain, how we operate, the human emotions, sentiment analysis, always are coming in machine learning. All these things we can do through machine learning. So anything you think, the way we think, the way we interpret games, in different games actually we use machine learning. Tom Mitchell was a famous person. He was a scientist who first actually introduced machine learning in many things. In 1952, most probably during that time, there was a scientist who developed a game, checkers game, and the game used to predict your next move. Whenever you start a game, any kind of game, the first thing actually the machine is actually training itself. It's using your data to build its own data set. So Tom Mitchell was the person who actually made, who he also has written many books on machine learning. So human expertise does not exist in navigation to Mars, where we have actually implemented speech recognition, Then also personalized medicines and also genomics. In all these domains, we are using machine. So I was talking about a game that was developed in 1952, where a scientist he has actually implemented artificial intelligence for training a game. It was a checkers game, and that was probably the first time that the artificial intelligence was implemented for developing a game. But nowadays we can see that in most of the games we use it. Then also for emails, what predictions? In prediction model also we use NLP. We have natural language processing algorithms also which can be used and which can be used. These are the sectors where application is basically done. One is healthcare. Like in COVID period, there were many applications that were developed for identification of the disease, classification of the disease. Many algorithms were developed. It actually helped the health workers, as we know that COVID was very contagious disease. So human intervention was somewhat lessened by developing different type of apps, which was basically done by machine learning. And transportation for traffic, like pithole detection, whenever we are driving in a highway, if a huge pithole is present, then it may cause a damage. It can be dangerous. So identification and then also notification that okay, there can be a pithole is approaching nearby. All these things are done by. All these apps are developed by AI. We have cybersecurity, economy, and also economy, as I said, prediction, the stock market, as I was explaining, like in the stock market, we use regression models, which helps to predict weather, and also for weather forecasting, all these things we use prediction model. So these all are application area, and now you see the way the market is growing. It started where it started with some 5.1 billion, and each and every sector you can see that it's increasing slowly, and we are actually investing more money on AI developed applications to for the betterment of different industries. These are the companies which are hiring. As I've already mentioned about Amazon, Facebook, Flipkart, then Microsoft, BMW, all these companies are actually hiring engineers who are actually trained in AI and data scientists. We are hiring. You have to learn AI in your 4th year. Okay, that's it from my side. And you have any question? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this, for introducing the subject so well. And I think everybody, in fact, I think people who are not from the same subject is too interested. It's a really an interesting subject. Next, I would like to call upon the dais, Dr. Robin Gray. He'll be talking on application of geoinformatics.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am also prepared for this kind of the lecture. I have been asked to deliver this induction lecture in a very short period of time. So I have no such PowerPoint on and like this. Okay. But I am a faculty member of the Department of Earth Sciences and Remote Sensing. And I think some of the students here are from remote sensing. Nobody is from remote sensing among you. Okay, only one. I think they are not like this kind of a session actually. Okay, no problem. So I think maximum of you are from computer science or the management and remote sensing, only one. So this
subject is a hybrid subject. Remote sensing is such a subject which is very important in this present day, like for planning, for decision making, for entrepreneuring, etc., etc. And along with this remote sensing, you can use the GIS as an integral part. And in this year, from third semester computer science, two of the students are doing their dissertation project under my guidance. They are basically doing the project on machine learning, and the problem is about the error correction from satellite images. So that's why you can think that computer science students has also some opportunities in this field. Okay, so this field is the most lucrative field in this present era. And in Kolkata, the GIS University is only one where you can get that degree from the last 5 years. And right now, very recently, Adamos University has opened that course, and the Brainwell University has opened that course. But I think our department is the oldest one among all, and has a lot of experience in this subject or in this curriculum. And our last students has got the jobs very successfully, and some of them are doing the research work in this discipline. Okay, however, so why this geoinformatics is very important, and why I have said it as a hybrid subject or the multidisciplinary subject. Okay, I myself is from remote sensing field and the student of remote sensing, and I am doing my research work nowadays on operation research, which is the part of the management studies. Okay, so the students from management can also come for this remote sensing field or the GIS field. And right now, this field is not classically remote sensing and GIS, because this field is basically the geoinformatics. And some of the universities like Symbiosis University, the Amity University, Terry University, all these universities are giving the MSc degree in geoinformatics, irrespective of that remote sensing and GIS. Because there are a lot of opening for the other students, and the students from botany, students from zoology, and students from microbiology, students from the computer science and the management also. Okay. And this is such a subject where the students from every sphere can come and can join. Likewise, as an example, I can say you that I have two students from Calcutta University who are from botany department, and they are doing their PhD work under my co-guidance. Okay, though they are from botany and I am from remote sensing, but I am their guide. How? Because remote sensing or geoinformatics has that potentiality to extract the botanic informations from the field. And even we can calculate the chlorophyll concentrations within the leaf, the glucose and the sucrose concentration within the leaf, or the stem segments using the remote sensing signals or the satellite images. Okay, so that's why this subject is called the hybrid one. Now, come for the scopes or the career perspectives, and you people who are from remote sensing will be that will be very important for you. That you can go for the corporate field also from this subject, or you can go for the research field or the research works. And some of the students from the Vidyasagar University or some other universities are doing their research projects or doing as the research scientist under some ISRO project. Okay, and maximum of the students are going towards the corporate field like TCS, IBM, Wipro, TomTom GIS, Cybertech, etc. So I think the people who are from remote sensing, especially, they please be optimistic and please be involved in this subject. And the people who are not from remote sensing, who are from computer science or management or any other kind of the discipline, so you can think about this geoinformatics and the remote sensing, and you can try to apply your subjective flavor in this field, or you can apply the flavor of remote sensing in your subject. Okay, so that can be widely diversified. Clear? So, so here is the actual thing about this subject, and if anybody has any requirement or any curiosity about these applications or about the applications of this subject, so you can come to my department or come to my room, and then you will be always welcome, and I'm ready to help you. And finally, I just want to say one thing, that above all these things, above from the subjects, from this career, from this course, etc., etc., I just would like to request you to love your university, and to make your university glamorous. Okay, because as per my experience, I've seen that some of the students who have got the degrees, the careers, the opportunities from this university, they are doing some kind of the bad naming about this university and the department, but it is not good. That is not required. So you people will get your career, will get your opportunity, will get your knowledge, will get your degree from this university and from the respective departments. So try to love your department or university, and try to make this university glamorous, because you are the only the baseline by which our university can touch the lofty expectations. Okay, and I think you have not done a bad decision, or you have not taken a bad decision. You have chosen the right one. You have chosen the right decision as per your expectations, or as per your target. So I think it is a very good department. It is a very good good university. The environment is so good here, so friendly here, and all the teachers from all the departments are very friendly. And those teachers are not like Pandit Mosai. Okay, so you can access your teachers so freely. You can share your questions or the problems with the teachers so freely. Even the administrative authorities are also very frank and free and friendly. So please, it is my earnest request to you, please try to love your university and try to protect your university from being violated. Okay, so thank you a lot. So I wish you a very good luck for your future career. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. And I would just like to add on this. I joined the university, it has been just 6 months, and I've got so much of love, cooperation, and yes, teachers are very, if teachers are approachable, any problem you find anywhere, the teachers can just come running down to the students can just come running down to the teachers, and the teachers are always there to guide you. This is my personal experience, and just last 6 months, just only 6 months. So I hope you all will have a wonderful experience here. Thank you so very much to each and everyone who had spoken on the dais. I would like to convey my thanks to Ram Murad Singh, the Deputy Registrar, Dr. Shantanu Banerjee, COE Ria Banerjee, Dr. Shovik Chatterjee, Anjul Chatterjee, and Obhirikto Ganguly, Dr. Ratnadeep Ray, Dr. Mumana Bhattacharjee, Dr. Devamitra Ghosh. And just like yesterday, I would request all the students to go to their respective departments and carry forward. Thank you.
Anybody from the technical department? No, like the students who are there. Yeah, you just come down to the dance, please.
You can also use the back door to go out if you find it difficult to come out from this door. Back door is accessible. It's avoiding the bottleneck condition here.
अरे ब्रो नाम बता ना उसका कौन सा अभी स्टूडेंट नहीं यूज कर रहे कैलेंडर वाले ভাই ওটা কিছু করিস না আই লাইট চলছে হ্যাঁ লাইট চলছে কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স হ্যাঁ কিছু বলবেন LLB LLB 3 years क्या दिखा जाएगा দেখা যাচ্ছে ওটাই ফল দাঁড়ান না, ঘুড়ি দেখা যাচ্ছে। এবার চাকরি দাঁড়া। হ্যালো, লাইভটা কি অফ করে দেবো? এন্ড এন্ড করে দিচ্ছি।